Automation. You've heard about it, you've looked at it, it's intimidating. Remember, the more automation you have, the less people you need to run your base. It's so useful that it's downright stupid to not use it. So from the first beginning of the game, you will be starting with energy things. Coal generator is often used by a lot of scrubs, including you and me. You will be using coal generators. The problem is that once you have them going, they will never stop unless you turn them off yourself. So you can be charging batteries manually in the beginning with basically having a switch on them or whatever. Like, you can also have some less complicated process where you turn them off before your people go to bed. There's a lot of different things, but the problem is you're wasting coal, and you're also going to be producing a lot of gas that you need to deal with. So for that not to happen, you need to quickly go and find smart batteries and automation wire. And once you've done that, you can do something like this right here. So basically, as soon as this tells them that there's a need for energy, these two will start pumping. You can even be more clever about it. You can put this one attached to this one only, and you can put this one attached to this one only. So basically, when the level is lower, this one will work. You can also have this one alone in a room and have it primed up with NG's tuning, which is gonna give them double the output, but you cannot use that everywhere because if the thing is not meant to be running all the time, then you're wasting precious metals just for NG's tuning. What you can also take into account is when you're splitting power, you can always have the power that is a renewable source running as a primary. And what I mean is if you have batteries attached to a main circuit everywhere because you've somehow saved enough cable to make big runs of main cable everywhere, and by that I mean, where are you, cable? This chunky cable, like I did here. So if you can do that, well, you have options. So you can select which area has a renewable energy that you're not gonna cry about if you waste it. They will be using it first. And how do you do that? You attach a battery next to it. You put the percentages higher. So basically they'll be running more often. And the other systems that you have in place throughout the map, you put the percentages slightly lower, and depending on their priority level and abundance, you go even lower for other systems that are like most likely going to struggle if they run all the time. And by that I mean, if you have a system like this one that I'm building right here, it's not perfect, it's actual shit, but it is something that I'm working towards. So basically, the heat goes from here, then this is cooled off into steam, and it will be getting collected by a steam turbine. As you can see, I'm not in a hurry to get that to work because I have so many other things to do. But once you've done that, you can basically put the airlock here, and once the airlock is open, this becomes a vacuum. So there is no contact anywhere else to go, and the heat will remain into this room. But the heat itself is not infinite, because eventually this volcano is going to go into dormancy. So because of that reason, this here should be only as a backup. The only thing that is missing in this area is a way for my people to go inside and collect this when it is cold enough. So it needs more development. And again, it's not a race in this game. You just have to take your time and enjoy and make your own concept. Also, you have to be aware that once you have a vacuum area, going back in there, injecting any sort of gas is going to be catastrophic if you make that kind of mistake, because everything will just burn up from making contact with super hot liquid. So yeah, have fun with that.